y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree, and if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. I of course greatly appreciate it. And today's episode is really exciting because I'm going to be talking about singleness and my self-love journey and confidence and yeah, all that good stuff. So, if you haven't checked out episode 1 of my new series, Coffee Chats with Des, I highly recommend you watch that episode before you watch this one if you kind of want to give a feel of this new series. But if you don't care about the topic that I was talking about in my previous episode, then just go ahead and just continue to watch this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into what I'm going to be discussing in this coffee chat video. So in this episode, I want to talk about singleness and specifically my singleness journey and what singleness have taught me. I'm currently single. I've been single for a while. I have had a lot of mixed feelings and emotions with being single. I think for the last couple years, it's kind of like ups and downs, but something about when the panorama came, okay, you know what I'm saying, and when the world kind of shut down, right, in 2020, and I realized, I feel like God was calling me to just, you know, to start really handling my thoughts and emotions on regarding singleness and my mindset and how I viewed singleness. I feel like for so long I have viewed singleness as a negative thing, and now as a 28-year-old who have been single for a while now, I have learned that singleness is a beautiful season. Being single does have its pros and cons like anything, right? And being in a relationship has its pros and cons. But being single has really taught me to love myself and to also basically kind of made me go on this self-love journey and confidence from really walking in my singleness with a positive mindset, with a healing mentality, and just really embracing singleness, basically. that's the word that I'm looking for. I have learned to embrace singleness over the years, and I haven't always learned to accept singleness or to welcome being single or my singlehood or my single season, whatever you want to call it. And as I have gotten older and have welcomed solitude in my life, have done some healing within me, have done some self-love, some self-work, I'm like, wow, I actually love being single. I have embraced my singleness and my singlehood. And don't get me wrong, I do want a relationship. I definitely desire a relationship, but I desire a relationship with the right man, a man of character, integrity. We can build something together, but also that he has his stuff together. He is healed, whole, and complete, and I'm healed, whole, and complete. And so when we come together, we can add value to each other's life. That's what I want. That's the relationship that I am hoping and waiting for and praying for. Singleness has really taught me to love myself, love all of me, get to know me, like get to know myself. And so for the past 5 years, I've been focused on loving myself, really doing the self-work, healing myself, working on myself. I would say when I started to really do the self-work, when I would pray about my singleness, and then what I would ask God, like, can you reveal to me what I need to work on to be able to embrace this singlehood? Can you help me with my emotions and show me what you want me to learn? And one of the things that God revealed to me was that I really lack self-confidence. I wasn't confident in myself. I was constantly comparing myself to other girls I would see online or just in, like, literally in person, who were in relationships. And I'm like, okay, she had this certain style, she looked a certain way, is that why she has a boyfriend? I don't. And so I was constantly comparing myself and not focusing on me. I was so focused on comparing myself to other people and other girls that I wasn't focused on becoming the best version of me. Really, singleness has really taught me that I can't expect a man to love me if I don't love myself, basically. You know, and That's a hard thing. That's a hard lesson to really like sit with yourself and to really do the self work and be like, okay, what are the things that I need to work on? And so singleness has taught me that I have to work on myself. I have to love myself, and that's what I have been working on and been doing for the past 5 years. You know, I think for a really long time I was like, oh, I'm good, I'm confident in myself, and I have always been pretty confident in myself. But there was, when it came to singleness and being single, I felt like I kind of brushed it off, and there was some self-work and healing that I had to do within myself. And so singleness has taught me that being single is an opportunity to really work on yourself without any distractions. This is the time to fully and solely focus on me without any distractions. And so I have to take advantage of this time in this season of my life. There's a lot of girls out there, a lot of women out there who are single, and I just want to encourage you all to not view singleness as a negative thing in your life or view it as a negative season in your life, but instead try to view singleness as a season in your life for you to fully and solely focus on you. And that's how I view my singleness. I view my singleness as a time, as an opportunity to work on me, physically, spiritually, mentally. Did I say physically? Physically, I mean all the things, you know, mentally, spiritually, physically, and all that. And I feel like it's so important that we work on ourselves, men and women, if you're single, before we get in a relationship. And so that's kind of how I view my singleness, as an opportunity in a time in my life to really focus on me and to focus on what God is calling me to do right now in this season of my life. Is he calling me to, you know, draw closer to him? Is he calling me to get involved in my church? Is he calling me to move to a different city? Is he calling me to, what is God calling me to do in this season? And to just focus on me, because at the end of the day, we can't just constantly think about always being in a relationship, because it's going to drive us crazy. And I feel like it's so important that we pour into ourselves in this season. And so I don't know when I will be in a relationship, or, you know, when I'll get married, or if I'll have kids, or if maybe none of those things happen to me. But one thing about it is I'm very secure and happy within myself. After I kind of shifted my mindset on how I viewed singleness and my singleness season, I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to start taking myself on solo dates. I'm going to start pouring into myself. I'm going to start romanticizing my life. And I'm just going to love myself and really just pour into Desiree. I have been going on solo dates. I have been taking myself out to eat, taking myself on outings. Last summer I was in North Carolina, and I literally had no family, no friends with me for that whole summer. And I took myself down to Charlotte, and got a hotel, went to the museum, took myself out to eat, took myself to go get ice cream, and I just enjoyed my own presence. Like, I just sat in solitude. You know, I listened to sermons. I just listened to videos that was going to encourage me and uplift me and build me up. I can sit with myself being alone. And it's like, if you can't go on solo dates with yourself, if you can't be by yourself, then you might want to start working on that. Because, you know, you have to enjoy being by yourself and just being who you are, so then you know yourself once you get in a relationship. I talked a little bit about this in my chit chat video when I was getting ready for my 10-year high school reunion, and I talked about kind of the 3 B's, which is Tony Gaskins. I don't know if some of you all might have heard of Tony Gaskins. He's a relationship coach, motivational speaker. He's here on YouTube and on Instagram, and for the past, I would say 6 years, y'all, I've been watching his videos, and he has taught me a lot about men. He has taught me a lot about, like, you know, what you should do when you're in your singleness and as a woman. And he always talk about the 3 B's: the brain, body, business. And he was like, if you're single, you need to be working on the 3 B's, your 3 B's: brain, body, and business. And I was like, when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, I need to stay focused. I need to stay locked in. You know, I have goals, I have aspirations, but I can't be crying and being depressed and sad because I'm single. I'm always thinking, okay, I'm single, but I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself. I'm not just dragging along being boohoo crying because I'm single, but I'm working on myself. And I just want to encourage for any ladies out there who are feeling sad or discouraged that they're single, you know, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. But something about when you shift your mindset about your singleness and about being single, you're gonna start seeing, like, okay, being single is a time for me to work on myself. Like, the dating scene, life, the world is crazy. And you know, dating is really like really weird and just crazy now, and it's unfortunate. And I feel like dating and just the way the world has kind of viewed relationships and everything going on, it to me is very overwhelming. And because it's really overwhelming and just too much going on, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to stay prayed up. I have just been focusing on God and focusing on improving myself, working on me, and really going to God when it comes to the type of man that I want. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it took me a while to get to this place of being happy and content within my singleness, okay? It took me a long time. It took some crying. It took some beating on the pillow like, God, why, what's going on? Why are we here? What's going on? Am I ugly? Like, it took me a while. It took me some highs and lows of, like, trying to be happy and content in my singleness. So after years of doing the self-work and working on myself and leaning on God and praying to God and drawing closer to God, God has really helped me to be confident and content and whole in this season of my life. And singleness is hard. We all desire a relationship and to be in a romantic relationship with somebody, but I realized that I don't want just anything. I don't want just anybody. I want the right man for me. Waiting for the right person for you is going to be worth it. It's not going to go in vain. It's going to be worth it. Okay, once I have decentering men out my life, that has also been a part of my self-love journey and something that has been really key and pivotal, because for so long I always wanted, I was like, oh, I want to be that girl. I want to be that girl that all the guys are calling and trying to, you know, get at. And then I'm like, why do I want that? Why do I want that? Like, I had to really sit with myself, like, why do you want so much attention from guys? Why would you want all that? And so I had to check myself, like, for real. I had to check myself and say, you know what, Desiree, you need to do things because you wanted them. You're doing them because it makes you happy or because you're working on you. You're not doing this to impress a guy. You're doing it for you. And so once I shifted my mindset on why I do the things I do, or, you know, just decentering men out my life, I feel like things has been great. That's when my self-love and my confidence have boosted, because I'm like, look, I don't care. I ain't trying to impress no guy out here. I'm not trying to impress no man. Like, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do things that make me happy, that bring me joy. And if a guy finds that attractive and if he comes up to me, cool. If he don't, he don't. Whoever God has for me, my husband, my man, whatever, he ain't gonna miss me. He's gonna notice me. He's gonna see me, and he's gonna come up to me, and he's gonna pursue me, like actively pursue me. I am not in the business of chasing a man. And that's another thing that singleness has taught me. Don't you chase no guy, don't you pursue no man. You be you, you be exactly who you are. You stay put and you focus on you. One thing about it, you can't force a guy to like you. You can't force a woman to like you. You can't force anybody to like you. So you just got to be yourself and continue to, you know, focus on and work on you, and then hopefully that person that is meant for you will come along in the right time. And in the meantime, I'm just going to continue to stay put and work on myself, work on the 3B's: brain, body, and business, and work on myself to continue to be as whole and complete as possible. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. Thank you all for tuning in and watching episode 2 of my Coffee Chats with Des series. And I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below if anything I said resonated with you. I love to read all y'all comments and I respond to all of them. So comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you are notified of when I post new videos. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.